find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Mexico City Diablos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a 34-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
First down, Mexico City.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Murray now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
657. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Mike, check. 59. I'm coming for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard
The
line.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One for the sake. Boy, till there's nothing left.
Check.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The running back again. The ball.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Diablos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
On second and 9, Murray. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Mexico City.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And it's
in order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And able to find Kirk, complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's got daylight. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the air on second down. Wentz.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
2nd and 4.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Murray. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then begin to Sanders. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Sanders.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Another run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out of the gun and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 59 mark, 59 field.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mike, check. 59. Solid.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Left side here to Sanders. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down, Murray. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the snap, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew, we the win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.